you were not, I would say, mentally prepared, right, to see those prices, then it's a bit of a shock, and then you'll be surprised, and then it's going to be a bit of disappointment. And then instead of a vacation home workplace, but you can relax and enjoy, it just feels like you got into a money pit.
Hello, welcome to another Designing with an Expert episode here. I'm Gretchen.hamm with eXp Realty. I'm here with my friend Anna Gibson of AKG Design Studio.
Yes.
Yep. She is so talented. We're in her home that they've recently pretty much completely gutted.
Yeah, we built an addition on the house and gutted everything. So it's exciting.
Oh my gosh. So it's fairly traditional architecture on the outside, but inside it's like a New York loft or something, like so fun and cool. So we are super thrilled to be filming here today. So we're going to talk some design.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
So my favorite subject.
Oh my God, I know.
I talk about it all day.
I know, me too. I was so excited for this. There's just so many elements and ways to make things home, improve value of your home. One of our mutual subjects that we love are vacation properties.
Yes.
So I was actually out in West Virginia recently. There's still deals to be had in second homes or vacation homes or short-term rentals in West Virginia and parts of Virginia. As we look at these, what advice would you have? Let's say someone finds a beautiful A-frame, but it hasn't been updated in 30 years, 40 years.
Right.
And they're 90 minutes away. What advice would you give that potential buyer?
So first of all, don't be scared. If you love the location, it's like everything else, like any other real estate. If you love the location, it's great. It's convenient for you to escape from the city within a couple of hours, and it's accessible. Don't be scared. There are options, and we can make it happen and make it into your dream home, and possibly even use it as Airbnb or let friends stay, or whatever your ambitions are for that space.
So how would that process work? Like, let's just say, would you advise someone, if someone's thinking about looking at second homes and wherever, would you advise, just like we advise, to come talk to us on the early side so we can help prepare? You're obviously also talking to your mortgage lender to get prepared. Is that something that they should also maybe come talk to you first and say, hey, we're starting this process, we're going to be looking, and get some baseline information first so that when they see a property that comes on the market, your team can work, relatively quickly to put something together based on what they've already talked about.
And I think that's important for any property. So even if you're looking at local property here, but that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, I think it's important to get some kind of a estimate of what this work is going to cost you, because I think a lot of people underestimate of what is the actual cost to get all this work done. So then when they get into the remodeling, they're like, whoa, what? That doesn't cost that way? I'm like, oh, not unless you're going to do a DIY and spend $2 a square foot on something. Yeah. So it doesn't work this way. So I think when you're working with your realtor, you're working with a mortgage lender, get your designer, get your contractor, so you have a plan and you know what is going to be the cost. So then when you get that vacation home, you know how much money you need to allocate to start that process.
If we're looking at, for instance, Bryce Mountain, Massanutten, West Virginia, you would really want to, if you're looking to buy something, get through maybe the ski season, but have your plan lined up then for April.
Correct. Yes.
For to do, a mini refresh in April, the shoulder season as it's called around here. Then you'd be reopened for summer, and then maybe again in the fall you do something else before you're heading into the next ski season.
Correct. Yeah. So just plan to do most of the work in what you call your off seasons, and then make sure you talk to your contractor and your designer to make sure that they're lined up for those times, because the other thing is everything takes forever to arrive. There is nothing that going to be ordered tomorrow and is going to be here tomorrow. Like even, I don't know, my Amazon Prime next day.
I know, it's a week.
It's a week now. So like there is no more next day delivery. It doesn't work like that, especially when it's come to furniture. We have clients that we order her deck furniture and it took almost a year to arrive. You just need to mentally prepare yourself for that. Book your contractors ahead of time and make sure that you're planning ahead.
Yeah. Awesome. And any advice on products? I know you are like a countertop and kitchen like expert. So do you have any specific, if you are renting your home out through short-term rental, any advice on materials that are more durable?
Durable materials. So definitely go with natural stone. I know people scared about natural stone, but it's actually probably more durable than people think. So granite countertops, I would go with darker countertops. They tend to be a little bit stronger and not show stains as much. The problem we have with quartz that everybody's talking about is that, and especially that's something that you have to be careful in a rental, if somebody will be cooking or doing something, they don't really do good with heat. So if you think people are going, I don't know, it's a ski chalet and people are going to making their chili, you don't want them to take it off the stove and immediately put it on the countertop. That will damage the countertop. So, stone, it's been outside for years, a couple more years in your house, nothing, it's going to be pretty hard for them to destroy it. And then cabinetry, just get a good level cabinetry, get something decent that's going to withstand time. With rental, again, it's really hard. Things are going to get damaged. Things are going to happen. So if it is a rental, it's not your own property. You just kind of need to live with that and realize that things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And there, unfortunately, unless we're putting metal cabinetry, I don't think there's any like cabinetry that's going to be completely indestructible.
Yeah.
So
maybe looking at more traditional, like sort of stock options that have stood the test of time. So if there is a door falls off or breaks or whatever, you're able to then replace that easily.
Yeah. So definitely deal with companies that are reputable, manufacturers that are reputable, that's been around for a while, and then you can get replacement parts as needed. The other thing I would think, especially if you are talking about ski or somewhere where there is some extreme sports, I would be careful with the floor and probably get an LVT floor, if not tile floor, just something that if somebody walks in with their ski boots or goes in with their mountain bike cycling shoes, they're not scratching the floor and it's easy to clean. So personally, I prefer to have tile, and maybe you can add like heated floor under it, so that creates like a really nice radiant heat throughout the house throughout the season, and it actually will keep your heat cost less because that radiant heat is actually pretty cost effective, and if you keep it out throughout the season, there is already heat in the air, so your HVAC and your heating system actually work less.
What a good tip.
And it's so much easier to clean tile and so much less of an issue. So if you have pets, if you have all kind of sports that people will walk in with their equipment, that they're not going to damage the floor.
Awesome. Well, this is, I think, a ton of information for our friends out there. We'll get this edited and up. And Anna, thank you so much for sharing time.
Thank you.
I think it can be intimidating, but know that there are resources and experts out there, whether it's your realtor, your lender, your designer. Come talk to us, even if you're just curious, because clearly we could talk about this all day long.
Yeah.
We love design and homes. And of course, I love leveraging that to wealth. So give us a call. We will put all the contact information for Anna's studio below.
Thank you.
Remember, Gretchen gets it done.